They never sabi wetin we carry for her.
But they move closer before they go sabi.
I said they never know wetin we carry for body.
But they move closer before they go sabi.
Ọ̀kín lọ lọ́jà ẹyẹ, kìnìún ló ló lajú.
Ẹyẹ tó torí kodò bí àdán ọ̀pẹ̀jẹ̀ lẹ́nu.
Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa, ká jùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè tó dúdú àga.
Odùduwà kò bá lè gbé wá.
Ọmọ Odùduwà ṣègìrì, ẹ dìde fún ẹ̀tọ́ adúláwọ̀, ká lè jọ jùmọ̀ gbé délẹ̀ ìlérí, ká wálé gba ògo ilẹ̀ wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká lè jọ gbàdé, ká lè gbàdé adé adúláwọ̀, àwa ní ìmọ̀lẹ̀ tí yóò tàn káàkiri.
Pé ọmọ Odùduwà ni wá.
Koiki Media, àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ.
Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tiwa máa ní.
Kásá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wà kájé gbúgbà yín jẹ.
Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tiwa máa ní.
À ń gbé tó lárugẹ, à ń gbàsà lárugẹ.
Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tiwa máa ní.
News and sports ẹ máa rí gbọ́.
Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tiwa máa ní.
Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀mí ló ní kí n máa ké tantan. Koiki Media ọ̀rọ̀ lágbájúmọ̀ mi o, máa bá ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ o. Ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn, ọmọ Yorùbá tata o. À ń gbádùn rẹ ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀mí, ṣẹ́yìn ló máa fi dìbò tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa ń dé máa dé, ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa wọ̀ o. Igbó máa wọ̀ gájòjì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀, àjòjì tó bá wọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ á dẹ̀dẹ̀ ní ẹbọra. Ẹ̀yin lọ máa náwó kóyìnbó tó dé, ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o, owó náà dẹ́ tún pọ̀ sí o. Koiki Media ṣàwa ní bàbá. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Àdáńtọ́ àtúnpèrègèdè.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ, jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́ o.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Àtúnjàfẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa, fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Ọmọ Oòduà ni wá o, tọkàntọkàn.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Ikú tí ó ṣe bí lébi òsì, àdìmú bàbá iyọ̀.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
We bring you up closer to your doorstep.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Afẹ́fẹ́ tó ń fẹ́ o, tó ń kan gígo lára ni.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Àpèrègèdè Olódùmarè ló fún wa ṣe.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Gbogbo ayé ẹ gbọ́, àwa ní bàbá o.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Ẹ máa bọ̀ wá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà yín wá o.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Odùduwà lágbédá ní, òtítọ́ lágbédá ní.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
A kì í sọ̀dálẹ̀, a kì í sóníkèéta.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Àdúró tán, a tún pèrègèdè.
Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá.
Koiki Media we bring you up closer to your doorstep.
Àwọn ní bàbá.
Koiki Media is around.
To give us latest.
Is around o.
Give us latest.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó pọ̀jù owó.
ladies and gentlemen,
Ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó pọ̀jù owó.
Koiki Media is around.
To give us.
I say good evening and welcome to the live transmission. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí as we prepare for the evening transmission. I say good evening and welcome to our educational and platform that tells you why, if we do not get the hell out of Nigeria, we might have problem in the future. If you don't put the Koiki Media, maybe you don't know, maybe you know, maybe you have come across before or not. But one thing is, Nigeria will happen to you all at some point, including myself. Ìyẹn ṣe pé tàbá ní Nigeria máa happen sí wa, it is just normal. There is no way we can run away from it, because Nigeria was never designed to work by the West. Nigeria was a project that was put together, and that project has failed ever since it was put together. But so many Nigerians probably say we should continue to work with Nigeria. But we know that Nigeria is not going to work. Everybody knows that. Good evening, Bishop Adeshina, Mr. Taiwo Olowo Decent. I believe our first engagement on TikTok, I didn't realize that we have now been given access to be on TikTok until I checked it out this evening. And I saw that TikTok say you can go live. It's okay. I have a spare phone and we can use that on our TikTok. So it's a live broadcast. We don't have a specific topic, but we will discuss everything that needs to be discussed. Nigeria is going through a lot at the moment, but so many Nigerians are still fighting to save Nigeria. I don't know why. They might have a better reason than me why they want to keep Nigeria together. Báwa kan ṣe ń sọ pé Nigeria ò ṣiṣẹ́. Trust me, there are so many Nigerians that are out there and they are fighting. Thank you so much for those of you that have joined me on the TikTok. It's the first time we're live on TikTok. I don't know how it operates. The only thing I know is that I go live and you can just sit down and enjoy it. For the other platform that we are streaming from, our usual platform, we are live. I believe we should start. How many of you are aware that Facebook also have a new app called the Thread, which is equivalent to the Twitter? So Facebook have launched a new app called Thread, Thread. And with that, it gives you 500 characters. And it's almost like having a Twitter. Tonight also, I am streaming onto our backup YouTube channel that we normally use, which is when we lost our YouTube for a few weeks or probably some few days, which is the Walata 70 WHD 76. So I'm going to share the link so that you are just aware that we are also live from there as well. So we are live on multiple platforms. The only thing is I might just start the Twitter so that we can have as many of our platforms streaming simultaneously. There's nothing to talk about than Nigeria. And my focus is about those that still want to save Nigeria. I don't know why they want to save Nigeria. Maybe they have a relationship with Lugard. Maybe they have relationship with the West or the British. And these are why we are saying, oh, okay, I've even been told by Mr. Dele Ogun that today in history, July 6, 1967, Nigeria and Biafra war erupted. Wow. What a history is that? We were talking about that then. I just saw that on Twitter right now. So it is worth talking about. I'm going to share all the links so that In case you do not know, we have this backup YouTube. We don't own all this platform, and that means they can mess up anytime. But until I'm Benipwe, they are still allowing us to use their platform where we broadcast from, which is an advantage because as many people at home, Pastor Mo, good evening. Nigeria cannot happen to you. You are far away. But I have too many family in Nigeria. And you're quite right. I am 6,000 kilometers away from Nigeria. And before Nigeria can happen to me, that means it would have to be somebody close to me. So let's also get this Twitter up and running as well. So I have, like I said, a lot of channels that is running tonight. Depending on which one you want to listen from, let's just enjoy it. This one is not stable very well, though. All right? Let me see how we can manage this one. So, Nigerians, those of you that wants to save Nigeria, I want to talk to you tonight. Can you come and explain to me why we should remain Nigeria, or we should remain as Nigerians? I am actually talking to many Nigerians. I will be speaking in English so that we can capture those from the north, the middle belt, the southeast, and the Yoruba. But I'm also Yoruba, not Larin Meji. My message is more of those that wants to keep Nigeria and why they would like to keep Nigeria. So if you can buttress that in your comment section, I will appreciate. Just come and tell me, Yomi, the reason why we should keep Nigeria is so. I will open the phone line, but bear with me. We are still. I have many screens. I am monitoring on my screen. I'll be reading as many of the comments out. If you believe in one Nigeria, just tell me why you believe in one Nigeria and why we should remain one. That's all. It's just a very simple question. It's a jam question. I believe in Nigeria, Mr. Koiki Media. I understand your plight for Yoruba nation, but this is the reason why I think that we should save Nigeria. There's no sound in the MixLR. Wow. I think I know why. Because in the morning, yes, you're right, Plan B. Thank you so much. And we've already done some few minutes. Now the sound is back. Apology to those of you on the MixLR. That is the problem when you are one man running all the affairs of your transmission. Once again, if you are one of those that believe in one Nigeria, I am talking to you tonight, whether you are in your 60, whether you are in your 50. Should I switch on the light? Or is it still okay? Is my lighting very good for the now? I mean, I am not backing the sun rail, but again, sometimes those of you on the Instagram tend to capture my face very well, but those on the YouTube and Facebook sometimes might not. I will be reading some of the comments as well. I can see Mr. Lawrence said the foundation of the country called Nigeria was built on falsehood and fraudulence. The amalgamation of three nations in 1914 expired since 2014. Thank you so much. It's our very first time. I will appreciate and say thank you to those of you. Make me not disturb you. You know, I have given you the whole day. Am I disturb you, Miss Liar? Make me just keep your own side. Make I keep my own side. You know, let me talk to my people this morning. I'm actually talking to the Omodua there. You'll be wondering, Taniko Kimbaso Robai. Mr. Tony Aegis says the picture is very good. All right, so I can still save electricity. I don't have to turn the light on. Thank you so much. Like I said, appreciation, especially to those that have joined us for the very first time. Today, I like to put the date when I'm doing my program because we are not going to be here forever. We are only going to be here for as much as I want us to be. But at some point, everyone will die. I mean, and death can happen anytime. Something happened today in London and a young child have died. He dressed up going to school. The mother never thought he or she would die because we don't know whether it's he or she. But one thing is, and a mortal Oh, no, let me rephrase that. A vehicle, not a motorcade. A motorcade is when they're having like presidential motorcade. A vehicle went straight into I'm trying to send message to my mom because sometimes she doesn't know I am live. By the time I send a message, that she knows I am on. We all say we don't want to die. Nobody wants to die. Even me too, I don't want to die. Even old person, no one die. Even young man, we no one die. But at some point, death will happen to us. So it does not matter whether you are 20 years old, 8 years old, 9 years old. At some point, this life that we are breathing in and out, it will expire, it will stop. But we are only praying that we have a long life. But today, a fatal accident happened in the school in London. So we should not be scared of death, but we should be concerned that we are still in a society that does not value even people that are alive. A vehicle drove into a school while the children were outside, and a young person have died today in Wimbledon. If I leave my house and travel to Wimbledon, it will be less than an hour, maximum an hour, 30 minutes. But nobody knew that she was going to die. And when I look at the area where the vehicle has driven past, you ask yourself, how many speed was this woman driving? She's in her 40s. She has now been arrested. Not only one person died, so many people are in the hospital. And this is what we are saying to our people that, but people are dying in Nigeria every day. For 24 years of democracy, people are literally dying, but it's because it doesn't come to your face. Until maybe it happened to one of your family, then you realize that, wow, so people are dying in Nigeria. I mean, after Buhari left, the sadist, Buhari is a sadist. He's there in London. I don't know what they're doing with him in London. But he's there in London. He ran away from Daura. He's now having a peace of mind. But do you know that under Buhari, 29,000 Yoruba people died? How many of you know that? Èèyàn mélòó ló mọ̀ pé 29,000 of Yoruba people died? Not because they are hungry. We're not talking about people that are hungry. We're talking about people that were killed in the 8 years of Buhari, a sadist. So when we are now asking those of you, come and explain to me, I don't know, why should we keep Nigeria? That is the only question I'm asking. Just come and explain to me and our listeners and audience. Again, today in history, the 6th of July, 1967, the Nigerian and the Biafra War. You know what I mean? Obere. Pastor Mo said Buhari cannot have peace of mind. Last Shedumari. Now I spotted my mother and I can now move swiftly into the program. I was actually waiting for her to join because I spoke to her just about an hour before, but sometimes she might be so engaged. You know, these are our mothers. They are all engaged. So shout out to every one of you. Like I said, my message tonight is all about those of you that still want us to save Nigeria. Please, I beg you, tonight, we are not fighting. We don't have to, we are matured people. We are not younger. We are matured, Whether you don't give pikin, whether you never marry, whether you never born, but at least we are matured people. Just come and tell me, Koiki, I'm not talking about those that believe in Nigeria. I mean, that believe in Yoruba Nation. And you believe in one Nigeria. I know you are out there. Don't be shy. This is a intellectual platform. Just come and air or write a comment there and tell me the reason why we should save Nigeria. I am watching Andemari versus Tsitsipas, and I am learning to you. Thank you so much, Abiodun Ola. I was watching Wimbledon day before yesterday, and I think that girl lost. Koku, she's 19 years old. I think she lost her game. Again, now that we have been given one history, maybe I should go on Wikipedia, 6th of July, and I'll type Biafra. So that means the war between the government and Nigeria, which is now known as the Nigerian Civil War, started on the 6th of July, 1967. Wow! Interesting time. Grandma, Etubanki grandma Ninule. You know, sometimes we have some grandma and they still have mothers as well. So this particular woman, she still have a grandmother or her own mother. But I know how much bimo. So what you want grandma meji Ninule? And I'm talking about my mommy Folashade Ojo. Thank you so much to everyone that keeps supporting us. I received a call from Canada. The sister was like, wow, Koiki, I just watched your program in the morning. I don't know how you got this energy, but all I can say is thank you so much. That is more than £1 million to me. That is more than £1 million. Because when people appreciate, oh, somebody has already gone and logged into our back-end YouTube channel. Mama mi Rukaya Tomaumi say, hello. We just want to make sure that people know that we still have that platform in case you don't know, so that maybe one day you are like, Koiki Bolowa, and I am already still live every day on that particular platform because for whatever reason, at the moment, I don't have any issue with YouTube on the Koiki Media, but we are not having monetization on it because they remove it. And I say, no problem. You know, in the last 4 months, they say, I cannot get money out of it. I say, no problem. It does not matter. It's not the end of the world. But for those of you that believe in one Nigeria, I am begging you tonight with Almighty Eledumare, with Jesus Christ, with Anabi Muhammad, whether you are living in the north, in the middle belt, whether you are from southeast. I know not everybody believe in Biafra. So I want you to come and tell me, why should we keep Nigeria? You can write it in the comment section. Just tell me the reason why we should keep Nigeria. But before we go further, because I have now spent about 22 minutes without playing our anthem. Some people will say, which anthem they play? You never get a country. No. This anthem is already being played even in some of the Yoruba states. So it does not matter whether we have the Yoruba nation as a country yet or not. It is an anthem that was put together by the late Obafemi Awolowo that represent we, the Yoruba people, the indigenous people. We are ethnic, and I am a proud nationalist, just like the Scottish, the English, the Welsh, the German, the French. So there shouldn't be any reason why we should be like, I don't want people to know this are the Yoruba man. And I'm sure now that Abuja is more like feeling of that Yoruba-ness, because Tinubu is the president. So before it was Buhari, so everybody pretend. Even imagine an Igbo man dressing like Hausa just to belong. I better get me. Now, police CPC Abba Kyari has been released while Nnamdi Kanu is in the custody. The question is that justifiable? Abba Kyari has been released while Nnamdi Kanu, and you say you want us to live side by side. Do you think that can be possible? Do you think that we can live in unity when the rule of law favors one side, but it does not favor the other side? Don't worry. The reason why I'm looking at different camera, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 camera pointing at me. So when I look at there, I am looking at my people on TikTok. I say, hey, thank you so much, our TikToker. Me too, I don't join you now. And thank you so much, those of you on the Instagram and those of you on the thread here. And I am also reading all the comments. Injustice to one is injustice to law. But let's listen to this first, which is our Yoruba anthem.
Again. No going back. Ìgbòho òòṣà iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ ń tẹ̀síwájú. Mr. Koiki ẹ ṣé o, àwọn ọmọ mi ló ń kí yín o. Àwọn ọmọ mi ló ń kí yín o. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, a máa délẹ̀ lérí o lórúkọ Jésù. Yorùbá nation.
Impediment to Yoruba development is the impediment to Oodua development. Without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. 1962, we were far ahead of South Korea and North Korea. We were far ahead of China even. We had television before France. We had radio before South Africa. Now look at where we are today. I think it's a shame that even any Yoruba man can be talking about restructuring at this point in time. What are we restructuring? This country that is already shot to pieces? I don't think that's what we want. But they are always talking about giving Nigeria a chance. The patience of Yoruba with Nigeria has come to an end.
If you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Should I say Somali visa? Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of destruction, and there is nothing man can do to reverse it. Mark today's date and what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond human comprehension.
Thinking about how we've been having this conversation about the unity of Nigeria. And I reflect back at some of the prominent statements made by some of our founding leaders. And I feel that probably this will help us to have a conversation on the Nigerian unity. I just brought four, not to bore you. First, and I quote, not my statement, Nigeria is not a nation. It's a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigerian is merely a distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria from those who do not. This is accredited to Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the former Prime Minister of the Western region. The second one, and I quote, it is true that we politicians always delight in talking loosely about the unity of Nigeria. 60 years ago, there was no country called Nigeria. What is now Nigeria consisted of several large and small communities, all of which were different in their outlooks and beliefs. The advent of the British and that of Western education has not materially altered the situation. And the many and varied communities have not knit themselves into a composite unit. This is accredited to Sir Ahmadu Bello, former Premier of Northern Region. The third, and I quote, since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country. But the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs, and do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. The Nigerian unity is only a British intention for the country.
They wanted to be separate from the country that the British Empire had imposed on us, which was this country of Nigeria, where they kind of took a bunch of independent nations who don't have anything to do with each other, don't even speak each other's language, don't relate. Many of them were even enemies and warring at the time, smushed them all together and drew these arbitrary lines around them and called them countries and named those countries.
Right.
And then said, now y'all get along and do a country for us and be a union for us. And then go through, contentious, bloody independence processes that never really yield any real independence. You're still part of a commonwealth afterwards.
True.
And you have the eternal meddling in your affairs and the eternal extraction of your resources and the eternal fomenting of divisiveness and infighting in order to be able to control you. This is what an oppressor does, a colonizer does. These are, tactics and strategies of dominance.
Right.
We were subjected to that as a larger unit of Nigeria. And then when the Igbo people said, we want our own thing, let's go and do that. Well, it so happened to be that the territory that this new country of Biafra was going to be in included very, very rich oil reserves. And the British were not going to let go of that.
Wow.
And the people that they had put in power, their puppet Nigerian governments weren't going to do that either, because they needed it for the Nigerian project.
Right.
And Britain needed it for its own interests and uses. So Great Britain got directly involved in this civil war and in the war for independence, and decided that they would do everything to make sure that Biafra did not go.
Wow.
And this everything meant directly funding genocide of the people of Biafra.
And today is the 6th of July. From the record, also, today began what is known as the Nigeria Civil War that lasted for 3 years. We are no longer in 1967. But let me tell you what happened in 1967, which is called the Nigerian Civil War. It's not the Nigerian Civil War, it's the British Civil War. The British was saving the interest, according to Dr. Ugu. Okidiakuku, how did they call him for Igbo side? We say on our own side, may Eledumare be with Dr. Ugu. They just phantom every one of us. Oh yeah, Yoruba people, come, Hausa, Ishekiri, Fulani, we don't know whether the day will be beginning. They just brought everybody, Igbaga, join us together, give us a name, squish us. But it is nothing called Nigerian Civil War. It's called the British Civil War, because the British government in 1967 gave all the ammunition to Nigerian government to defend Nigeria against Biafra. And now, as we have now come back again, it is no longer the Biafra that is asking for a breakup now. Even the Yoruba people are now saying, we have had enough of this contraction called Nigeria. Nigeria yìí ti gbogbo wa ni, kò má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. You remember that song? Torí kò sí ibòmíràn tí a lè lọ, àjò lè dàbí ilé. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ká fi mọ̀ ṣọ̀kan, gbé kémi gbé, is all lies. When you hear that song, you run, oh, run, 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 oh. I was watching BBC Yoruba. They kidnapped a pastor. They kidnapped 3 people. One of them went to say Abiolode. They kill him straight away. We are now is Nigeria. Go and watch it, BBC Yoruba. I will try and play the track later on tonight. Fulani wasn't there from the beginning, according to Jack Olushola Egmonmidada. Fulani comes into existence in the late 80s. They have now dominated everywhere. But now that Tinubu is there, Tinubu has taken back control of some places. But it looks like some of the Fulani governors, they are not happy. They are not excited. You know why? Because they don't want to be. But something happened today in history. This thing, they shuku me. I don't look am very well. Why now? Why they shuku me? In 1967, 6th of July, the Nigerian Civil War broke loose. Shout out to my beautiful wives. The question is, nobody prayed for war, but are we going to allow the Igbo go because they don't want to be part of, or you're going to force them into a country that they don't want to be. I don't even understand. Must we be forced to live together? Those of you that believe in one Nigeria, the number to call is +44 74 0440 5917. That is the studio number. It will bring you here. I will pick it up. You will tell me without me interrupting you. If you like, you want to take 10 minutes, I will give it to you. Just come and explain why we should save Nigeria. Just come and explain. Hey, we are being marginalized. We can, because of bad leader. Tinubu is not going to make it happen. Just come and explain to the layman like me, so that maybe I will grab something from it. And if you don't want to come, you are shy, put the comment out or send me info@koikimedia.com. Just explain why we should keep the word, the name, the entity, the near geographical location called Nigeri. Why should we keep Nigeria? Just come and explain to us. That's all. Nobody's fighting each other. Whether you are in Nigeria, whether you are outside Nigeria, whether you are in continent, in Africa, whether you are not in Africa, whether you are in Europe, whether you are in Asia, it does not matter where, as long as you are not in the moon. Just come and explain to me why we need to keep one Nigeria. Omobolaji Abdullahi, good evening. That's all. Ibere, that's the only question we are asking tonight. Nobody is angry with each other. We love each other. We want to make sure that by the time we break away, we still want to have you as our neighbor. Because I want to make sure that I can still come and visit you. Some people will say, are you sure this thing is going to happen in our lifetime? 3 countries got their independence in 25 years that I have lived in UK. That for me alone is an evidence that Nigeria will break. 3 countries. I have been in United Kingdom for 25 years. And in my 25 years, 3 countries. And if you want me to name it, you know I have evidence. I will name it. Make a start. East Timor. East Timor got their independence on May 20, 2002. And I want to be sure that I'm giving you the right information. East Timor independence. Yes, I am right. You can go and check it on Google. Just type East Timor. Make I help you spell am. E for egg, A for apple, S for snake, T for table. You space it. Another T for table, I for insect, M for mother, O for orange, R for rabbit. Just type it on Google and then put independent. So that means that while I was here in the UK, making my own struggle, going up and down, Mrs. Eunice, good evening and welcome. Do you know that a country called East Timor got their independence on the 20th of May 2002? That is East Timor. Let's go to the next country. The next country is called South Sudan. South Sudan. South Sudan got their independence on the 9th of July. So in the next 2 days, South Sudan will be celebrating their Independence Day. They got their independence on the 9th of July 2011. So this motion, Moki Yawami Fatima Mustafa, shout out to those of you on the Instagram here, on the Instagram there, on the Twitter there, on our newcomer on the TikToker. If you have not registered with the Thread, the new Facebook apps, me, I don't register. Just go follow me. THEREAD. That one won't challenge Twitter. Adewu Sewolabi say good evening. Me too, I agree to now. I am saying that in my 25 years of living in UK, 3 countries have got independence. Make una dey take note to. I have now got the last country. I have the last country. And the last country is called Montenegro. Montenegro. Maybe you don't know that there's a country called Montenegro. I beg, when did they get their independence? And I can spell it. Should I spell South Sudan? S for Sarah, O for orange, U for uniform, T for tango, H for hotel, space, S for sugar, U for uniform, D for dog, A for apple, N for November, South Sudan. Just put that on Google. Another country that got independent in my lifetime. This is not like I am an old man. I am telling you in 25 years. So when people say, when is this Biafra going to come? When is this Yoruba nation that you are on? It's just online conversation. Ew. Are you sure about that? Adeniyi Jubril, as Adebayo Shitu, Grandma Comfort Adeleye, Juliet Tosin, I cite you inside the other platform. When people say this Yoruba nation, you are just disturb everybody, leave us, we want one Nigeria. Okay, come and explain one Nigeria to me. Call this number. Make sure you put the code, the UK code. You know I say now UK me a day. UK, England. When you now start breaking it down, you say London. Then inside London, it start get many boku different area. I can't give you the rest. Just call that number, type in your phone, you put code plus 447404405917. If you believe in one Nigeria, just come and explain why we should save Nigeria. Maybe now your papa get Nigeria. Just come and explain. We are not fighting you. Even APC, come and tell me. PDP, come. Labour Party, Showore, if you dey listen, come and tell me why we should save Nigeria. Showore is my friend. Mama Fatimoni, one Nigeria is not, I think she's still typing because she didn't complete it. The last country, you think say I will not have the last country. I have the last country. The last country is called Montenegro. I know say that one, it long, it go be like say you know go fit spell am. I go spell am. Montenegro got their independence on a Sunday. When everybody they go church, they pray in Nigeria. Another country was coming into the limelight of the world. Whether they are doing good at the moment, whether their economy are rubbish, at least they are out. Somebody is telling me that Montenegro is less than 2 million population. Olayomi, Iceland is 350,000. That literally means that Kogi State, which is going to be our final conclusion today, from tomorrow or Monday, we start with Ekiti State. I have dealt with Kwara. I have dealt with Kogi. Kogi has 3 million population. Do you know that why Kogi people they suffer? With Yaya Bello, that criminal. He doesn't sleep in Kogi State. Yaya Bello spent all his life inside Abuja. Imagine a governor doesn't sleep in the state, and every morning they bring him with chopper, helicopter. They land him there. He visit one or two projects. They take picture. Hey, all those social media handler. Hey, governor, just smile, so that Koiki can know that you are in Kogi State today. Oh yeah, smile. Kogi has 21 local government with 3 million population. Do you know that Kogi is less than Montenegro? Montenegro is spelled as M for mother, O for orange, N for November, T for table, E for egg, N for November, again E for egg, G for goat, R for rabbit, O for orange. Type that on Google. They got their independence on Sunday. When everybody they go to service in Redeem, in Iyadura, in White Garment, in KICC, in North Carolina, in even Asalatu people they go Asalatu. While we were all doing that, a country was jubilating. They were celebrating their independence. How they got it is a different story entirely. But they got that independence on Sunday, May 21, 2006. And it seems that we have a caller. Hello, caller. You're live onto the live transmission, and everybody can hear you on all our platforms. Welcome to the program, sir. There's a lot of noise there. I don't know where you are. It looks like there's water running behind. Please, let's turn that water down for now while you're speaking to us, sir. Go ahead.
All right, sir. Concerning with the topic we are teaching this evening.
Yes, sir.
I think to save Nigeria is there's nothing to save Nigeria for. No. Yes. Okay. We know. I've been born in Nigeria for how many years now? I'm 40-something years now. And since then, when I was young, we used to be struggling to eat, struggling to go to school, struggling every day. And we have been hoping that the country will be a better place for us. But today, Nigeria is nothing. It's nothing. We can no longer keep Nigeria together because I don't support it. If not because of God that gave me the grace to travel out, I would have been doing nothing because I'm a graduate with banking and finance certificate, but I cannot use it to work in Nigeria. But by the grace of God, I'm here. I came here 6 years ago, but now I can count what I've achieved. But if you are saying we should keep Nigeria together, then forget about it. With Nigeria, the only answer is to have our own country, our own nation, because the people that own Nigeria, they don't want Nigeria to succeed. And the people that are ruling Nigeria, they are strangers. They are the people from another country. We don't know them because Nigeria doesn't have a database. We don't have any identity. And people that are ruling us, they are just saying we are Nigeria. And if we are deeply investigated them, they are not Nigerians. That's why they don't have the country, the country at heart. They don't have the country at heart. They don't have working for the country. So the only thing for us to do in order to save our future, to save the life of our children, to save what we have back at home is to separate and be alone and make our decision alone. That would be the best thing. I don't see any reason to keep Nigeria together. No reason. Because those people that are ruling us, they don't want, and the people outside, the Western world, they don't want the country to be in a good place. The only thing they want from us is just to taking our best people out. The brain drain is too much in Nigeria. They are just taking the people that are best, people that are good, they are taking them out. And that's what they want. That's what the European people want. They don't want our country to be stable. They don't want our country to be good. They don't want our country to be prosperous. And the only thing we can do is to get our country Yoruba nation. Thank you, Mr. Kobe.
Thank you so much for that contribution. You can tell from his own conversation, he's a believer in the breakup of Nigeria. But I am more focused to those of you that want us to save Nigeria. Eunice, aside to my beautiful sister, Eunice Uchechi, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And I will be talking more about the Nigerian Civil War. It was not a Nigerian Civil War, it is the British Civil War, because the British was the one fighting the Biafra, not the Nigerian government. If you want to join the conversation, you can call in by putting in +44. And if you want to come on the Instagram, I might be able to bring you in. I think we should be able to do that tonight. If you are going to love to join on Instagram, just send a request. I will bring you in. TikTok, I'm not going to tamper with that because sometimes I'm seeing faces that are not like our own, not because of anything. So I will not want to bring anybody in on the TikTok because again, it's the first time. I don't want to mess around with it. So, Mamiwa Sharifa Ababiaka, you say good evening and welcome. I will now give you the back history of what they call the Nigerian Civil War. Today in history led the beginning of the civil war that took place in Nigeria, that also led to many innocent Nigerians or Igbos losing their lives. But one man told us that, come on, people, it's only 5 million. And that 5 million is nothing more than, I will not say it with my own mouth, this man told us, just as they were celebrating the inauguration of the new president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, And for those that keep saying that the Yoruba nation, because Tinubu is now in power, that means that we have concluded, we have left him there. No, stop saying that nonsense, okay? Stop. I've told you that this morning in my broadcast. You can go and watch that. Please stop that nonsense. Even if you're a Biafra, stop that nonsense, because you have not left Nigeria. Every one of us is still there. We are all trying to make sure that, peacefully. And when I use the word peacefully, I am just trying to be diplomatic. Peacefully, we want to leave Nigeria. The Biafra hasn't left yet. The Yoruba hasn't left yet. But everybody's making effort so that we can live without any kind of confrontation. But something happened during the inauguration of the new president called Bola Tinubu. Tinubu is not a Yoruba president. He's a Nigerian president. But this man told us something. That please stop talking about, breaking away from Nigeria. He's an old man. These are people that committed the biggest crime against humanity. When they are talking about the Nazi, I don't know why they don't talk about the Biafrans that died. 5 million. But this is the way this old man, look at the way he said it. Look, let's hear from him.
As far as I'm concerned, yes, I'm satisfied. We are still existing as a united nation.
He said, I am still satisfied. That literally means that Gowon is still happy. If you don't know the voice, and I know he's old now, he would die with pain in his heart. And by the time he's going to die, his grandchildren will cry and cry. Because these are those that committed the atrocity that led to the massacre, the killings of millions of innocent children and women pregnant. They just killed them because the British government backed the war, and they are calling it Nigerian Civil War. There's nothing called Nigerian Civil War. It is called the British War against the Biafra. And it's as simple as that. But look at how Gowon, let me rewind it a little bit. I understand this could be very, very painful to a lot of Biafrans or the Igbos, because there are still some Igbos that do not want Nigeria to break. Well, whether they like the way they were killed, even though to today the British have not apologized, the Nigerian government have not apologized, but the same Nigerians that are Igbos that still want to remain one Nigeria, maybe they forgot that something happened in 1967 that led to the death of 5 million. And when they say 5 million, I beg, just multiply them by 2. Because all this one way that they say now 5 million, who knows the real data? Because nobody was counting people that were dying now. So the word 5 million is just a figure of speech. I am sure that more than 10, 15 million people died easily. Because 1967, who was documenting anything? Nobody documented anything. But are we going to say that we don't have 15 million people more than that during 1967 in the southeast region or the eastern part of what is called Nigeria? If we go back and look at the statistics of how many people were there in 1967, I'm sure there are more than 20 million. So if they are even saying that 5 million people died, let's just use that as a figure of speech. But this is the way. I know his rhetoric, his words could be painful, but we just have to play it. This is how Gowon rubbish millions of people that died. Let's hear him again.
As far as I'm concerned, yes, I'm satisfied. We are still existing as a united nation after that little fracas. Thank God.
Did you hear that? Do you know what they call fracas? He just said after a little fracas. It's like me and my, I don't know how to, it's like somebody on the Facebook now. Sometimes people come and just say, Koiki only. And then these are just little fracas. That is little fracas, because if that person, if they burn any one of you out, let's meet in Trafalgar Square and tell me that, oh, Nenimi, and you see what I will do for you. They can't do that. When people are pointing finger at Igboho, let them see Igboho and try that. They can't do that. But it is easy for them to sit in their little corner like this and then say, Ole ni Igboho, Ole ni Baba Akintoye, Ole ni Koiki. If they're born on a well, make we meet for Trafalgar Square any day, anytime, and then put it in my face and say, I be Ole. And you will know what, I won't tell you what I will do, because if I tell you, that means I am preparing your mind. Just tell me, say, Koiki, what be me da tí a pàdé ní Trafalgar Square. Kò wá sọ pé o lè mi. And you will know what I will do. But it is easy when they sit down in their little zone and they record a voice note and they send it out. This old buffoon that was fighting the British war for the Biafra not to go in 1967, because it was the British that wanted to remain in that territory and suck and suck and suck and suck the crude oil, because the crude oil boku now as at that time. But the British wanted to make sure that they remain relevant. They wanted to protect the Shell. They wanted to protect the BP, because these were the companies that were doing exploitation. No, let me look at it the right word before I go into when they are digging. What do they call it? Exploration or whatever it's called. If you can remind me as well. When they are digging the crude oil and all that. So these British companies were the ones that were operating there. So I beg making no vessel, exploration. I think it's exploration anyway, something of such like that. Let's just see if Google it. No, not expire. You know what I mean anyway. When they are doing all this digging. Yeah, exploration. Yeah, thank you so much, Eunice. Let's go and now look at the I like pronunciation. Exploration. Yeah, not exploitation. Exploration. These were when they were finding. Yeah, exploration. Yeah. So the word, no, not synonym. Let's look for the meaning. And this is the pronunciation. Exploration. So the Shell. Imagine where they don't invest money and then Biafra wake up in 1967 and say, we no go gree, we no go gree. Obu, we no go gree. Thank you so much, Mr. Taiwo. Oladele Olamilekan, thank you so much. Thank you so much once again, Eunice Uchechi. So when the Biafra wanted to leave in 1967, the British were like, you get Ato. What did we get? Biafra said we don't have anything. They manufacture everything from the ground. I don't think some of you understand how a war is. The Biafra was able to hold down for 3 good years. Oh my God. Don't let us go for another civil war. I just beg everybody. Tinubu, I just beg you. Nobody wants a war. Because the Biafra of 1967 is different from the Biafra of today. The Igbos of 1967, 68, 69, 70 that led that 3 war, even though their forefathers have died, but the new breed of this Biafra or the Igbos, don't joke with them. Eni maku, as Yoruba will say, eni maku ni. And there's always a proverb in Yoruba that say, "Wọ́n ní tó bá ń gúnyán nínú ẹ̀pà." You know that groundnut, when they grind down, where they want make soup, the person will go belle. People go die, but it will be bloody. It will not be the same way. So when they are now saying that we should remain one unity Nigeria, we are only remaining one unity Nigeria because it is the British intention. That is, no be me talk am now. Now the former president Goodluck Ebele Jonathan say it is only the British intention to keep us together. Grandma Felicia, shout out to you, Mama. Muki, Mr. Tokwe Wolabi. If you want to join on the Instagram, send me a request. I will bring you in. And if you want to call in at any time, let's hear what this old buffoon. Imagine Gowon telling us that it was just a little fracas. Do you know what is a little fracas? Because there was an exploration that was going on that time. Exploration. What is the meaning of exploration? When we say exploration, Tabani, exploration, the action of exploring. So the Shell were still exploring. They were trying to see, hey, we will suck this thing quickly before Nigerians will become smarter people. Suck them. And then one day some people wake up and say, no, we will get out of this country. The British now say, so you think you have the weapon to fight us? The Igbos were not fighting Nigeria. They were actually, that's why I've told our Yoruba people that It is only the Biafra that the British are scared of. But the British are scared of the Yoruba people because they know say we get this brain. Hey, this brain where Baba Woda was dealt with them. But they know that the Biafra, each time, I have seen it, each time the Biafra comes out for their protests in central London, you could see that their zeal, the British knows them very well because they have fought together. The British have archives of the war between them and Biafra. The British have the estimate number of people that they killed using the British weapon. And this is why we are saying that don't let us go through that route again. We don't need to go through that route. We don't need bloodshed. We don't need to have million people die again before they pay. Just let them go. They say they don't want to be Nigerians. Let them go. Give them referendum and let them go. Just as the Yoruba people as well. Some people say, no, it's a little... I mean, the exploration is something that they were exploring, investigating, examination. That is what Shell and BP was doing in Nigeria as at the time that they wanted to say to the Biafra, no, you cannot go yet. We have invested boku dollar of money here, and you tell us, so if you break away, how do we then take the resources from you? Because Mr. Akinlade, good evening and welcome to the program. If they take off that, imagine if the Biafra have left. Sorry for my face that is blocking with the Olori Buruku man there. I know Nami carry him for head. I will take him off in a minute. It's the way I've set it up and the way we are streaming tonight. So if we are saying now that today, èní gangan ló pé ìjọ tí ogun yẹn bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àwọn kan máa ní ìjọ tó ogun bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ láàmú àmùgbà tó máa pa ẹ fi gbogbo àwọn òwe àwòṣepá yẹn sílẹ̀. Ẹ fi àwọn àwòṣepá yẹn sílẹ̀. Stop telling us lies. Koiki, you don't know how the war is. You never witnessed it yet. I've never witnessed it, but every day I'm watching Ukraine and Russia. They fight like weary. Do you know that Ukraine is still better than Nigeria? How many of you know that? Do you know that as Nigeria is today, Ukraine, where they are bombing every day, they get light. I don't even understand. They get light, they get water. I mean, some activities have been, I'm sure you know what I mean. But they are still living. Their life is still better. Arole Oduduwa, Moki Edada, Oniwala, Egbomi Atata, Ududude. My brother, how you doing, sir? The Igbo we get Indigo Republic, not Biafra. It does not matter. You work on them as of you are not the one going to tell them what they get. Let them decide how they want to get anything they want to get. But one thing is, they fought the British for 3 good years. They started manufacturing things themselves. They started doing whatever they can do to survive. 3 good years. 3 good years, the Igbo people put themselves in the war with the British. The British was so... Imagine, I don't think some of you know that British Empire run for 200 years. Imagine that a small, because I can call them a small, David and Goliath. That's the way you can put it. It's like David and Goliath, because the British would have thought just the same thing that is happening now. I mean, not that Russia cannot destroy Ukraine. I don't want to get involved in that. But Ukraine has been able to hold because they also have the support from outside. But the British were not able to defeat the Biafra for 3 good years. So imagine if we start today. Imagine if the same thing starts today. What do you think is going to happen? With a lot of exploitation, the Igbos are all over the world. They have put money where they can put their money in. They are prepared that if he's going to go through that route, but he doesn't have to go through that route when everybody can be given opportunity to let go. But everybody say, no, if you believe in one Nigeria, I am begging you tonight, call in and tell us why we should stand off from the Biafra. We should stand off from the Yoruba agitation. We should stand up and all try to fix the entity of Nigeria that was put together by Lugard working on behalf of the British Empire in 1914. Because Lugard was the governor administrator. Let's hear what this man say without any more interruption this time around.
Yes, I'm satisfied we are still existing as a united nation after that little fracas. thank God we've made it to 6 years, and I hope we'll make another 6 years. I may not be here, but that is my belief.
That is his belief. But we are the one that must stop that kind of belief. The belief that Gowon is thinking that we must remain one entity called Nigeria. We must not allow that belief to continue. We must do everything within our capacity to continue to enlighten and educate as millions of Nigerians the reason why this entity enclave must come down. Whether it come down tomorrow, whether it not come down tomorrow, whether it come down today, whether it not come down today, whether it come down next week, whether it not come down. But Gowon believe kò gbọdọ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ wa lórí. And let me say to all these Yoruba people where they excited, I have told you, paint Abuja red, paint it green, paint it blue for the next 4 years to start with. Bola Tinubu only have the first 4 years. I have been following new taxes, he's doing this, he's doing that. Let him do all that. Let him also remember that by the time it's expiring complete, and the next Hausa man, because nobody's going to give it to the Igbo people as even if Wike steal money and save it somewhere, there's no way the North will let Wike become the president of Nigeria. And the Yoruba don't even think about it. By the time Bola Tinubu complete the first 4 years, if they vote for him again, subject to winning, he will have another 4 years. After 4 years and another 4 years, if you like, make it change the name. I don't know which one they're giving you now. They started with next level change. I think this time around is renew. This one I call renew shege. So if you like, live in denial, Eyomo Yoruba, because I know some of you out there, you are very, very too, like, we don't want the Igbos, but the Igbo that wants to go, you don't want them to go. But they are not going to be given opportunity. Even Bola Tinubu is not going to give them a lot of things, because he must first put to his own people. That is part of the marginalization that we are talking about. Buhari played the same card. Bola Tinubu is just trying to be a diplomat, because he knows that if he push too much on the Yoruba side, Bola Tinubu, don't do that now. But by the time his expiring happens by 2031, I will still be younger than him. He will be in his 87. I will still be in my probably 60. I don't know, calculation-wise. I will still be stronger than him. He will be less stronger. He will not be able to run 100 meters. And if Nigeria has not dissolved in the 8 years from now, we will still be fighting, and Bola Tinubu will be put in the shame because he had the opportunity and he failed to do so. But that will not stop the breakup of Nigeria, with or without Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I told you, since morning, I have been so busy that even my broadcast this morning, I just left everything in the studio here. This is Bola Tinubu. I mean, can anybody, let me first do, check and balance. Can anybody confirm that this is Bola Tinubu? Please, because can you just, based on the picture, even if it's in a photo shoot, it doesn't matter. Can anybody on the live broadcast this evening, and today is the 6th day of July 2023, and the time is coming up to 9 p.m. local time in London, and today is also the 6th of July, where the war began between the British government and likewise the Biafra or the Igbos. Can everybody confirm that this is Bola Tinubu? Nobody they confirm. China they confirm. Okay. So Bola Tinubu in this same London, this London has accepted a lot of people like Bola Tinubu and myself. Because when Bola Tinubu was running out of Nigeria, I was still in Nigeria without knowing what is really going on. But we just know that there was a lot of Wahala, Danteko, some people, Abacha wanted to kill them. Abacha wasn't going to kill me because Abacha doesn't know me. So Bola Tinubu doesn't have any reason to be running after us that are campaigner of Yoruba Nation. Bola Tinubu do not have the right to be running after us so that he can eliminate us. He will not be able to do so because he was also running away from his life And at that point in London, this London, not outside London, Bola Tinubu was living in London. Whether they gave him a free property, whether he was paying rent, I don't know. But he left Nigeria and lived in London. And at some point, he said, I do not believe in one Nigeria. So the job that Bola Tinubu is not completing, I am helping him to complete it. What is wrong in that? Bola Tinubu did not complete it. I came to UK in 1998. Bola Tinubu was packing his bag to go back to Nigeria because Abacha died and he was brought back to Nigeria, and they say the rest is history. And even though till today, all the Lagosian knows very well that Funsho Williams was the man that is meant to be the governor in 1999. But today, Funsho Williams was killed. I am very positive sure Bola Tinubu knows about it. So, Akiteba fi ma parọ́ fúnra yín, Yoruba people, Koiki don't go that side. We are nationalists. Just talk the other one about the Igbo, but don't talk about the Yoruba one. That one now our own inner house. Bomb bastard. Bola Tinubu told you that he does not believe in one Nigeria. So I am here now to complete his job. But he also have an advantage that I don't have. What is the advantage? He is now controlling the same Nigeria that he disagreed with. Bola Tinubu went back to Nigeria in 1997. For those that knows him very well. I don't think that people don't know him while he was here because he was attending meeting. He was just Bola Tinubu was just an ordinary person. But like we say, Eledumare bless people separately. And the reason why he's there is because when he went back to Nigeria, they thought that, okay, he fought for Nadeco, he was the lead fighter, he was there, he was Abiola boy then. Because every time we say Abiola, we see Bola Tinubu at the back. So they thought maybe we should just give him the opportunity. And when you become a governor of Lagos State, and that man that has that Gorimapa head called Obasanjo was dealing with Tinubu because there were two different parties. Obasanjo wanted Lagos, but the Yoruba people said, no, we will not give Obasanjo Lagos. We would rather die here under AD. That is why they gave the love to Tinubu, because they don't want to give it to Obasanjo. So by Obasanjo in Lagos, do you think there will be anybody called Tinubu? No, I am asking those of you today, do you think that if Bola Tinubu, if Obasanjo rather, have been able to get Emma Berilowo Google, whether I am sure or not sure, Google, I'm not here to answer any question. And don't upset me tonight, I really do it. So Google question then burying it. If not, you know me, my basifunyi, and you might break your TV today. Tinubu is aware of the death of Funsho Williams. I say it live here. Let him come out and tell me that what I'm saying is wrong. In my joke on social media, are you sure? Yoruba people, too sentimental. The moment they start hearing about Bola Tinubu, their breast, don't talk like that. He is a Yoruba man, bomb bastard. Nothing concern me with a Yoruba man. I care less. Bola Tinubu knows about the death, just like Obasanjo knows about the death of Bola Ige. But Yoruba people will like, let us protect and defend ourselves. Let me go back again and, before that distraction there. Once again, my name is Olawumi Koiki. Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. So he has the advantage now. Whether he will use that advantage to let Nigeria, we're not going to restructure. We don't want anything called regional government. No. We don't want that nonsense anymore. We don't want to have any relationship with this enclave called Nigeria, because this Nigeria has damaged even us. Because when the crime is committed outside, then they will say they are Nigerians. Whether they be Yoruba criminal, whether they be Igbo criminal, they don't know. But when we have our real identity, if I commit that crime, let them say he's a Yoruba nation boy or Yoruba nation man, just as they identify. Look, a man killed a young man in Liverpool, killed a young girl or a woman. I was watching on Sky News. This happened in December. There's a lot of crime going on in UK. I just pray that we are not at the wrong place at the right time. Problem 10 years. At least you are not even bringing your face out. Some of you, we don't even know who you are. So whether you say Ironi Mompa, that is your own cup of tea. Now me own this platform. Now me get this platform. And whatever I say is already out there. Let Obasanjo, let Tinubu come out and say he doesn't know the death of Michelle Williams. Let him come out. Let Dele Alake write me and say, Koiki, you be crazy for air. We are going to sue you in the UK for defamation. From bastard. Every single one of you out there. Let's come back and continue. Yoruba people with all their deniers. That is why we are where we are today. Deniers. They like denial. They deny. Let's continue anyway. Without that distraction, One thing we got to understand is that, as we say, whether Tinubu likes it or not, he can dissolve Nigeria systematically. But if he thinks that, hey, I will save money for Nigeria, I will do tax, I will do this. Look, let me say this. When the Northern take control again, they will destroy it within 1 year. Because he will no longer, Buhari doesn't have the power anymore. Even if Buhari is begging Tinubu to please tamper justice, I understand I have not done the right thing that we wanted to do under the party. But Tinubu has his own mind and heart to do whatever he wants to do. Tinubu ni right here, láti ṣe any other thing tó bá fẹ́ ṣe. And that is why, when we didn't know that Tinubu was going to meet Buhari last week Tuesday. Last week, Monday rather, because Tinubu returned back to Nigeria on Tuesday last week for the Muslim festival. But it was after he got to Nigeria, a picture was released between him and Bubu, the sadist. But ní pé kí Tinubu má ṣe tó wà lọ́kàn tiẹ̀, especially with Emefiele. So Tinubu will do whatever he wants to do, but there will be expiry date for all that as well. And that expiry would happen maximum 2027 to start with. If he then comes back out and Nigerians go back and vote for him again, then he will get another 4 years, God's willing, good health, but he will be 87 years old. He will be a very old man by the time he leaves office. He will not even be able to be strong as 60, because even you can still feel it in your body when you overwork with this body. Body, is not robot. Even robot at some point, they have to. Why do you think they tell you to update your mobile phone? So that, it still have the, the functionality around it. So Tinubu will be 87 years old. So he has every right now to dissolve the country without any fracas or any war. Let's go back now and talk about, Wikipedia put it as Nigerian Civil War. I would just say it's a British Civil War. There's nothing called Nigerian Civil War. But let's read it just for record purpose. And this is coming from the Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. The Nigerian Civil War from the 6th of July 1967 went on up until 15th of January 1970. That is a long fight. How the Igbos or Igbo, how they survive it, I don't know. But what I know today is that we are no longer in 1967. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ ẹ sọ pé àwọn ọmọ Igbo yẹn ò lè ṣe kankan, irọ́ ló ń pa, wọ́n dẹnu ni. I cannot defend them. I am not their spokesman. But all I can tell you is that don't joke with them. They might not have the same power as the Nigerian military has, but let us remember that they fought the British for 3 years. How they were able to do that, I don't know. You can think of that in your own mind. How were they able to pin down the British? The British that we say that are the superpower, the empire. Mokibo enjoying Walori TikTok for the first time. I believe that is a yogi. I don't know whether it's the same yogi that normally comes on our Facebook. But like I said, thank you so much to as many of you that are joining us for the first time. And we'll be live more now on our TikTok. Since I have it, I'll just turn it on when I'm live. Thank you so much. So the question now is, can we have a peaceful dissolution of Nigeria without going into what we called a civil war. War is not a very good thing. Ogun máa ń dá wàhálà lẹ̀ ló máa ń bà wọ́n jẹ́ ni. Ogun bímọ rí. But nǹkan kan ló máa ń fa ogun. But before ogun tó dé, you must first continue to talk. People say, this talking is too much. That's how they were able to sell some of our Yoruba people away with that Dagboru woman. Because they kept on saying that, sometimes when I listen to that woman in Dublin, call herself Ayo Brown. Ayo Brown lọ bèrè pé báwo làwọn Dublin ṣe gba independence wọn tóun fi jókòó síbẹ̀. Let her go and do history and find out. Because, 92Y, I can cite you there. I know you are also with us on our YouTube. Enike Ayo Brown, woman to marry, release audio, release audio. Ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé báwo ni àwọn ará Dublin tó ń gbé yẹn, báwo ló ṣe gbà? Ṣé wọ́n kàn gbà pẹ̀lú orúkọ Jésù Kristi? Orúkọ Jésù Kristi a ti declare Dublin, a ti gba country wa ìgbàgà. Mad people all over the place. Because our people are becoming so tired. They think they are getting frustrated for this movement. A country that has run for 63 years, a democracy that has run for 24 years, and somebody just say, Orúkọ Jésù, Gbàgà, àti gba country wa by Jesus' name. Born bastard. Let's go back to the civil war. Àwọn tó fẹ́ gba Biafra níjọ́ náà, wọ́n mọ̀ pé that could be the only way. Whether that option was the best as at that time, I don't know. It could be different factors. People can bring different narratives around it. It's okay. But now that we have experienced that, some of us have experienced it, some of us never experienced it. Why then should we not allow a kind of a discussion table right now and just allow peace to reign, and we can still be neighbors? And anybody that wants to keep Nigeria name, let them keep Nigeria as it is. But for those of us that say we don't want to be in Nigeria, we don't want to be in Nigeria. It's as simple as, but what about the Yoruba people that wants to remain in Nigeria? No, they cannot say they want to remain in Nigeria because there was nothing called Nigeria by their great-great-grandfather. The only Nigeria started in 1914. So if your parents were born, I'm not talking about your parents now, your generation before you were born. Anybody that was born in 1913, So let's read about this a little bit more. So this war started on the 6th day of July, and today is the 6th. So it's a very, very historical day for people in the Southeast, especially with 5 million people died with the British weapon. Maybe you don't know that. Every bullet that was used to kill innocent people during that war came from this country called United Kingdom. And they have not apologized. And you want peace. I don't get it. Mr. Jacob, thank you so much. I mean, and then people come and say, let there be peace. There can never be peace in the Southeast because they don't want to be part of this enclave called Nigeria. And something was trending on Twitter. Let me bring that video up for those of us to listen to it. There was a guy that was saying that, look, just allow Nnamdi Kanu, release him. But then not to release him, and then if that one is even saying, release him so that he can come and be a governor. He doesn't want to be a governor. Why does he want to be a governor? He doesn't need to be a governor. He wants a total breakup because they are just using Nigeria for camouflage. I'm trying to find the video behind me. Once again, a very good evening. Tinubu is signing all these executive order. Yes, he has the power. He's the COC. So whatever Tinubu say in Nigeria, they must listen to him as long as there's no coup. So all these Tinubu is going to do this, he's going to do that. Oh yes, we want him to make Nigeria better for the time being so that your life will not be as worthless. Because as many of you, your life is as worthless as tissue paper that I have right here next to me. Nigeria is not about Davido. Nigeria is not about Asake. Wizkid will be coming to London. I will be visiting that vicinity. I'm not going to buy ticket to go and watch it. But I will show you the surrounding of so many of the Nigerian, next generation that are born here that love whiskey, and they will fill up Tottenham Stadium. You in Nigeria, they will not, if they give you visa, I know they beg. Come and tell me that you got a visa just to say you want to come and watch Whiskey. As long as you are not E-Money, you are not Davido, you are not all these A-star. Tell the British High Commission in UK, in Nigeria rather, that you want to come and watch Whiskey in London, in Tottenham, just to watch Whiskey and go back. They know you are lying. You are coming here as another refugee or for running for greener pasture. And it's about fully visa. And that visa must be based on, I want to come and watch Whiskey. Not somebody that have got visa before. I am talking about you, the average Nigerian today that wants to save Nigeria, and I don't know why you want to save it for. Apply for that visa. You still have time. The event, I'm not advertising for that, but the event is coming up on the 29th. I will be there outside. I'll be showing you the surroundings, the feelings. That feelings.
Good night.
Okay, I'll get it. Why didn't you get Lomo? Go this way. Yeah. You know, I will be there. I will show you that people in Europe will fly here. They will wander the train. They will come by air. They will come by sea. Some of them will drive just to come and watch Whiskey from Europe, countries that are not even to the population of Kogi State. I don't think some of you understand that you have been deceived for too long. Keep Nigeria. Save Nigeria. Protect Nigeria. All these rhetoric that you are hearing from all these analyses every day in Nigeria is all lies. You cannot apply for a visa just to come and watch Whiskey. Even if you have the money, they will know that you are running away. So why then do we want to save and protect? Okay, this is the video I'm looking for. I can show those of you at the back end, especially if you're watching us on the software. The others, you just listen to it. Let's hear what this man has to say. Save Nigeria for who? Protect Nigeria for who? Who are you protecting that entity for? That you cannot apply. Let's say you are a commonwealth. A commonwealth that cannot just buy a ticket and travel here. My own parents enjoyed that in the 80s. But a lot of you today now, you cannot travel to UK to just say you want. Do you know that there are people that have bought the ticket in Europe, countries that are less than Nigeria, and they will fly here, they will drive. You can drive from Paris to London. And all they will do is they will come and enjoy Whiskey. You know, they will dance, they will listen to music. There's nothing wrong in that. It's entertainment. And they will return back to their base. But you that want to save Nigeria, and as much as you love Whiskey, you cannot get a visa to come to UK. I bet my life on that. They will not give you the visa. Even if you go to Babalawo and plead with Babalawo, even if you go to your church and let them pray on your passport, even if you go to the mosque and do Astagfirullah, La ilaha illallah, La ilaha illallah. Just like the video I did the other day. Remember that video when I went to that secondary school? Say la ilaha illallah, la ilaha. Hey, shout la ilaha. Shut up your mouth. And these are the same people that wants to save Nigeria. Do you know that to apply for American visa, you have to go and queue for 2 years? And Nigeria is meant to be the most populous black nation in the world, the largest crude oil producer, and the bomb bastard. I pity you. Julius, you remember that video? And then money like to lower video and keep playing in your phone. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. Shala ilaha illallah. They don't get money for hand. Everybody have become beggars. Yoruba people, we know they beg. They're now begging like bastard. Every day on the social media, everybody they drop account. They'll come through the back. Please. Ìyàwó mi ṣe bímọ. Ṣé mi money kò fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ lóyún ni? The Yorubas have become beggars. And I'm not joking. Real-time beggars. That's why everybody's looking for one man to come and talk about them so that they can buy car for them, they can buy house for them, and the rest of the villagers will be happy. Okay. Sometimes I just laugh. Even some are saying that because they are doing Yoruba Nation, it's our responsibility. When they have problems, we must help them. From bastard. Imagine Yoruba Nation. Yoruba Nation is for everybody that doesn't even believe in it. When we have it, everybody will enjoy it. At the time that is going to come, nobody knows what time. Do you think that because you are now in Yoruba Nation, lover, and then that means that if you impregnate your wife, it has to be my responsibility? Take it to your governor or your senator. They are the one that runs your budget now. I am not the one running your budget. Let's listen to what this man has to say so that we can move swiftly. once again, we're just 1 hour, 30 minutes. We might not go a very long length so that I can just go and spend the rest of the evening, with the family as well. So probably do 2 hours maximum tonight as well. It's better than not coming out. Too many Yoruba people are begging. Beggars. I cry. You give somebody 5,000 naira. They'll send as many prayers to you as if it's a lot of money. Very painful. Beggars all over the place. We have become beggars. Beggars all over the place. And tọrọ jẹ nísìnyí. Àwọn èèyàn tọrọ jẹ nísìnyí. Nǹkan send the video kan sí mi. Èyí tó ẹ̀kọ́ tó fi ṣèkà fáwọn olóṣèlú, ara wọn ló ń ṣèkà fún. Ìyàwó ẹ̀, tẹ bá rí nǹkan tó ń yọ nínú mú ìyàwó ẹ̀, àwọn kìíní ẹ̀ wọ́n ẹ má bínú ẹni tó bá ń jẹ ẹjẹ́ gbóúnjẹ ẹsẹ̀gbẹ̀. Ó send the video ẹ̀ sí mi. Ó nínú mú ìyàwó òun ni kìíní ẹ̀ máa ti ń jáde. Kò dàbí àrùn. Àwọn kìíní ẹ̀ wọ́n ń lọ kólókóló báyìí, àbí kí fi wọ̀nyí kẹ́rí. Kẹ má lè sùn lálẹ́ yìí. Kàkà kọ́ ṣèkà fáwọn politicians wọn ò ní ṣèkà, ara wọn ló ń ṣèkà fún. Ó send the video ẹ̀ sí mi báyìí. Èmi gan tí mo jẹ́ tí mo ní mo láyà tó le. Ó ní ṣé kò ń send ẹ̀ ẹ̀mí kí lójú òrírí. Kí lójú òrírí. Ló send kíní ẹ̀ wá. Àwọn kíní náà ló ń rìn báyìí. Ó ní láti 2016 or 2018 lọ ti deal pẹ̀lú problem ni. It's a spiritual attack. Instead of them to attack the people that are making their life miserable. No. And when you look at tabade lọ bẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹni tó ṣèkà yẹn nísìn, ó lè jẹ́ for small little things ló ṣe ṣèkà yẹn. For little things ló ṣe ṣèkà yẹn. TikTok is saying, great job. You have gone live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to take a break. Kí ni kò ń pẹ̀lú yẹn? Àbóyá wèrè. Kí ló ń sọ fún mi pé kí n technology? Ó ní kí lọ take a break. Ṣẹ̀rọ òyìnbó. Òyìnbó ti rí pé mo ti lo 90 minutes. Èyí tẹ́tẹ̀ wá mẹ́gbọ́n ẹ̀ ní kí lọ take a ẹ má bínú TikTok, má bínú. Ó ní kí lọ take a break. Tẹ bá rí kíní yẹn white méjì. Ó ní láti 2018 or 2016 làwọn ti ń dín pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Ó ní ọ̀kọ́kọ́ lọ sọ́ọ́sì mo máa ń bí pé orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ máa fẹsẹ̀ léèbọ̀ ni. Ó ní òun náà ṣe tèmi ó ní lẹ́tà làwọn wá fẹsẹ̀ léèbọ̀ ní bí i 2020. Lọ́wọ́ ni pé just as we normally know the normal thing. Wọ́n ṣe jàǹbá fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ ni. Very wicked word. That is why everybody has to be in a prayer mode 24/7. Láti fi defend ara wọn. Bàbá mi kan ní tó o bá dére lámúre dáadáa, wá nọ́ọ̀kẹ́ mọ́lẹ̀. Wicked people all over the place in Yoruba land. Very sad. Mo rí fídíò yẹn báyìí, mo mẹ́rí báyìí pé kí ló dé? Àwọn politician yìí wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tí kí inú yẹn lọ́yẹ̀ kó máa bí politician yìí kó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nínú kámẹ́rà báyìí káwọn kíni ẹ̀ máa dà sílẹ̀ kí lè léèkẹ́. Akérèdọ́lù wà ní Germany sí wọ́n tọ́jú ẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ fún lálàáfíà èmi ò tọrọ kú fún. Bed reading according to what Sahara reporter say. I can't say more than that. Torí mi ò rí evidence yẹn. But whatever Sahara say, ó ní evidence ẹ̀. Akérèdọ́lù is bed reading. Tó wà mọ́ tó pè ní bed reading lọ́wọ́ lórí Google. Wọ́n tọ́jú ẹ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí nísìnyí. Whereas so many people in that same Ondo state don't think govern, ìyà ń jẹ wọ́n. So torí pé òun jẹ́ governor, kò gbọ́dọ̀ kú. Let's watch this video. Like I said, we're only going to do 2 hours. That's how far I can go today. Let's watch the video. Watch it again.
Thank you, Rufai. It's unfortunate. I must use that. I must say that. It's rather unfortunate that we have decondescended to a point where we turn over to those who we should be prosecuting, asking them to come watch over our common patrimony. It's unfortunate that it has gotten to that level. I look at some of these things and
I don't know whether this is the one he talked about.
I feel so.
This one is saying, let me just type his name. He will bring it out from another area. Because I don't know, this one is talking about Which one is this unfortunate? Nigerian military, tiffy, stealing oil. I want him to, do you want to talk about Nnamdi Kanu in Milwaukee? Sorry about that, guys. And the video was trending up to yesterday. Even with me typing his name there. I posted it on my own timeline as well. Because he don't sorry. He was on a rise. Okay, let me put Nnamdi Kanu. This program ends in the next half an hour. I don't know why it's not bringing the video up again. All right, let's go and do it on Google search. Google search it. Google Mabudade. Federal government polarizing Nnamdi Kanu. No, I need a video. Okay, this is the video. Let's watch the video. Yeah, this is the video. I'm a Biafra trend the video and go. Below about anything. Too much of nonsense and garbage. All right, if you can't find it, then I'll just have to leave it. I don't know. He talked about Nnamdi Kanu, but it seems until somebody I call it, we should have prosecuted. It's unfortunate we are playing those to people who should be prosecuted. I don't know whether it was there.
That would be executed, asking them again as a Nigerian, more so as an individual who belong.
All right, I don't know. Anyway, if we can't show Lele, Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, yeah, that's this one I'm looking for.
One major priority area in the southeast, which I think will cool off a great deal of nerves, is for us to bring out.
Thank you, Mr. Clement. We're just running the back end.
That gentleman.
YouTube again and again.
Pull him out.
Pull it out.
Stop this incarceration.
No, let them not stop it until there's a
I know some of his pronouncements or maybe lines of actions and so on were offensive to the
They're not offensive. He doesn't believe in one Nigeria. There's nothing called offensive.
Nigerian state, and there was a need maybe to take certain actions.
So the action was to kidnap him by a Fulani man with a professor of law, Yemi Osinbajo, backing it, rendition him to Nigeria, torture him for 8 days. Nobody knew where he was because he's saying that he doesn't believe in one Nigeria. He imports the radio equipment and then so what? Is Nigeria a country?
But you see, the Nigeria itself is a family.
We are not family. Nobody are family. We hate each other like shit. What is like family? Hausa people, they practice Sharia. Yoruba people don't like Igbo. Igbo don't like Hausa. Igbo don't like Yoruba. We are all pretenders. But we can manage ourselves if we are neighbors.
That's my picture of Nigeria. When parts of the family feel offended, as a father, as parents, you sit the gentleman down, you sit the child down, and try to find out what are the problems. How do I help you? You don't like the Christmas shoe we bought for you?
Imagine.
Okay, we'll get a new one. Would that solve the problem? You don't like this meal? Can we fix another meal for you?
Imagine.
Can we start talking with Kanu? Can we start talking with IPOP? Can we start talking with other groups?
Like Yoruba Nation, Igbo, he doesn't want to say our name.
I think a conversation with some of these teams would go a long way in addressing the problem.
Now, there you go. The problem will not end until everyone comes on the round table and decide where they want to keep or not keep this country called Nigeria.
We mustn't at all time apply the stick. Bring in some carrot at times.
No, now pineapple we go bring, no be carrot alone.
Let's see a carrot and stick diplomacy at play. Okay? We can do that. And I think if we do that, the Southeast, the situation in the Southeast will be highly doused, frankly speaking. All right? Further incarceration only make him more and more relevant.
He has always been relevant. Shut up. Even when they were killing people in the north, before Kanu started his campaign in 2012. Evidence is there, right in front of the Nigerian High Commission in London. Nnamdi Kanu was fighting for the injustice in the northern part of Nigeria.
Only heightened the heroship over him.
He's a hero from day one.
He is a hero now.
He has always been an hero.
Whether we want to accept it or not. And we made him the hero.
No, shut up. Which one you make him a hero? How did you make him an hero? People are tired.
We have made him a hero in the southeast. If he comes out now, he's wise. He can contest the governorship.
Hey, he doesn't want to contest for any governorship. He wants a total outright out of Nigeria. So, because of the time constraints, I'm going to go back again to the civil war between between the Biafra and the British government. Nigeria and Biafra war, or what is called the British and the Biafra war, or the Biafran war, was a civil war fought between the British, Nigeria, and the Republic of Biafra, a secessionist state, which had declared its independence from Nigeria in 1967, that started July 6. Nigeria was led by General Yakubu Gowon. Remember that Olori Buruku man that told you that little fracas that led to 5 million people that died? While Biafra was led by Lieutenant Colonel Chukwuemeka Emeka Odumegu Ojukwu. Biafra represented the nationalist aspiration of the Igbo ethnic group. We are ethnic people. We are not, this entity they call Nigeria. So when you are saying, I love Nigeria, I know good, you will die like all our super ego celebrity that Nigeria forget about them. Nobody remember Yekini Rashidi. He was a Yoruba man. He died. It was after he died that some people saw the wife selling something. I think they now start sending money to let her get a shop, get a house. Rashidi Yekini, when he was playing football, he died. Nobody remember him. Okparaji. How many people remember Okparaji? Let's go away from this country so that we can know who we are and take care of ourselves. Iro, look at all our movie actors. Look at them, beggy on social media. Hey, me too, I need motto, I need also. When a government should be providing that for them automatically. But no, we want to die as Nigeria. Continue to live in denial. Like I told you, go and apply for a UK visa to come and watch Wizkid on the 29th in London, somewhere called North London. I will be there outside the vicinity. Even if they give me a ticket, I'm not going to go inside because I love the feelings of people from outside. You see them dressed nice, you can ask questions, put camera to them. How's the event? I'll be there. At least those of you at home, I will show you. You can on TikTok, you watch it on TikTok. Now that I have TikTok, I will do TikTok for you. But if you think you can apply for visa, go to British and submit an application and say, I want to come and watch this Wizkid that is playing. The British like him to come and play here because why? It's all about the revenue. The stadium is a new one. It's about 80 or probably about 60,000. Imagine if they fill the capacity, they'll pay tax to the government. Wizkid will probably make easy at $20 million. I don't know what is his own stake at it. But they look at me like that. There's nothing wrong to have Wizkid as your fan, but if you're a true fan, go and apply for visa and come here. If Yoruba land was a place, it is Wizkid would play. Yeah, I mean, it can be having a store, but it will, okay, forget it, the video don't pay for enough for Tafa Balewa Square. Yeah, Wizkid, when are you going to play for my people? Make them watch you, Ojú ẹlẹ́gbà ṣíta pa. Ask, ṣé òun ló kọrin yẹn ṣá? Ṣé Wizkid ló kọrin yẹn? At least the video don't entertain you now for Tafa Balewa Square. So you don't need the video anymore. The video is now doing a tour around the world. Let's continue. Biafra represented the nationalist aspiration of the Igbo ethnic group, whose leadership felt they could no longer coexist with the federal government dominated by the interest of Muslim Hausa Fulanis
of the northern Nigeria. Has anything changed? Even as we are talking about that, today we have Muslim ticket. I don't know, you know. Sometimes when we look back, I mean, if we don't know all this before, it's understandable. That now that we know that the agenda then was because it is I mean, there can also be some undertone. But based on what we are reading here, Hausa, Fulani of the northern Nigeria, the conflict resulted from political, economic, ethnic, cultural, and religious tension. Are we not the same problem that we are facing today? Hey, we will not allow Igbo to take Lagos State. There is no way Lagos belongs to us. Is that not what we played out during the election? So all these, good evening, Mrs. Esther Oladele Olablekon, thank you so much. So all these are still, even after 1967 war by the Biafra and the British government, we are still experiencing the same thing. So nothing has changed. Let's go further. Again, I'll take that again. The conflict resulted from political. Today, they would never allow the Igbos to be the president of Nigeria. The power goes back to the northern part of Nigeria after Tinubu. Is that not political? Economical. Maybe Tinubu will invest into the Igbos or the Southeast because Akpabio is the Senate president. Ethnic. We will continue to play the ethnic card among each other. With a country that is about 250 ethnic groups, there is no way that that is not going to be playing out. Bear that in mind. What do we have there again? Cultural. There is no way our culture will not be a problem. And the last one, religious tension. Hausa won't say, allow Akbar for Southeast. Igbo people say, no way, we don't want that. This is not Saudi Arabia. Which preceded the United Kingdom formally decolonization of Nigeria from 1960 to 1963. Immediately causes of the war in 1966 included a military coup, a counter-coup, anti-Igbo pogroms in the North Nigeria. Control over the lucrative oil production in the Niger Delta also played a vital strategic role and was a factor in the strong French support for Biafra. The French wanted to play their own, they supported the Biafra so that by the time the war completes and Biafra leaves, the French will be the one working with the Biafra. I pity my people. Within a year, Nigerian government troops surrounded the Biafra, captured coastal oil facilities, and the city of Port Harcourt. A blockade was imposed as a deliberate policy during the ensuing stalemate, which led to the mass starvation of Biafran civilians. During the 2.5 years of the war, there were about 100,000 over military casualties, while between 500,000 and 2 million Biafran civilians died of starvation. Alongside the concurrent Vietnam War, the Nigerian Civil War was one of the first wars in human history to be televised to a global audience. Imagine they were televising it. Let me just leave that for now so that I can bring the show to an end. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ arógun. Ogun ọ̀dẹ̀ ní jà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. But one thing is, the agenda of Nigeria must come to an end.
Impediment to Yoruba development is the impediment to Oodua development. Without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. 1962, we were far ahead of South Korea and North Korea. We were far ahead of China even. We had television before France. We had radio before South Africa. Now look at where we are today. I think it's a shame that even any Yoruba man can be talking about restructuring at this point in time. What are we restructuring? This country that is already shot to pieces? I don't think that's what we want. But they are always talking about giving Nigeria a chance. The patience of Yoruba with Nigeria has come to an end.
If you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia. And today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Should I say Somali visa? Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of destruction. And there is nothing man can do to reverse it. Mark today's date and what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond human comprehension.
Which is it for you, Dr. Obadiah? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. How would the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
Other countries were refused at first, but we have to remember, and this is a really important point, that self-determination is an inalienable international right and a law as well. And other countries will recognise Scotland's democratic choice expressed at the ballot box. They will recognise that because that is the route that many other countries have taken in order to become independent. And just to make that point, that international law is very pragmatic on that point. So we should have confidence in that.
And that is how far I can go this evening. I hope you've been able to learn one or two things. We will always agree and disagree. That is the normal way of life. Some will say, I understand all your point. We can still rectify all this damage and save Nigeria and then, make it work. Remember that the northern part of Nigeria is already operating a Sharia state. I don't know how you're going to manage that. maybe we should start Isheshe state so that we understand that we have Muslims and Christians in Yoruba land, but also as many of the Yoruba are now they are threatening our own culture. That is even internal problem. So it is better that we still become good neighbors. Kolukaluku dawa, and then we can have neighbors, and then we can share, ideas, just as the UK have left European Union, but they are still working with so many areas, from security to policies and so much and so forth. That doesn't mean that because UK have left the European Union, they've become enemies to each other. No, the only thing is that they've changed the passport of the British citizen, because the one that they had before had the emblem of the European Union. And since they are no longer there, so all those little gray area we can deal with quickly, but that does not mean that we can still not visit the Southwest or the Southeast or the Middle Belt. But if you want us to be forced together to live, I just pray that we can live together without any confrontation. That is how far I can go tonight. Thank you so much for spending your evening, especially for the first time with those of you on our TikTok. The only problem now, I'm trying to see how I'm going to end this TikTok. I started it. How it's going to end? Okay, I think I'm just going to press that button, that small button that says stop. Okay, I hope it's going to work. Thank you so much for the back end as well, the YouTube. Once in a while, I'm a Shebe, so we will run the back end YouTube just to be there, so that in case we have issue with the other YouTube that we are using, we can fall back. I will be always on now on the TikTok. I promise every one of you there. You will also be enjoying the conversation. Sometimes I could be very harsh. I don't trust anybody. I don't know anybody. But one thing is, we are born to agree and disagree. If you believe in one Nigeria, it is your own prerogative to believe in one Nigeria. But I am just telling you the history of the formation of Nigeria. And I think I'm going to talk about that in my next program. The formation of what is called the Nigeria, that everybody is now saying Nigeria, Nigeria. The British flag came down in 1960. The Nigerian flag went up. Maybe it could have been the Biafra flag went up, the Hausa flag went up, the Yoruba nation flag went up, and we would not have been in this situation. Nigeria has brought us backwards, and I'm not joking. I will talk about the two people that were kidnapped, that you can go and watch it as well on the Yoruba BBC, but I will dissect it a little bit. When I watch the video, I am not more concerned about the people they kidnapped. I am more concerned about even where the church was operating from. It is not developed at all. Those of you that are buying flats, lands in this remote area, Nigeria is not safe. I hope Bola Tinubu with his new security chiefs will be able to do something on that. I got to go now, but before we go, as usual, we normally play, what we call Jekomo. So by team and don't put there. Jekomo of Yoruba land, and it's still the only one, the Ijaya of Yoruba nation. Ijaya, my brother, your voice will not go down. Your voice is the voice of the voiceless. If you want to know more about the Yoruba nation, check the ysdm.org. Also, there's a launch of a online radio by the Ilana Omodua. The US, I'll be playing maybe I posted it anyway. You've all seen it on the social media. They're launching what they call their Yoruba online radio station from America, and that will be on the 23rd day of July, God's willing. So we look forward to that. There's also the one that Ijangbara radio that we have. All these are online, but we also have what they call the Mix LR. It's much cheaper. You can use it. We have a lot of our listeners from there, from Nigeria, Alao Baba, and the rest of them as well. Thank you so much once again. As I say, my name is Olami Koiki. Everybody call me Koiki Media, not Koko Media. Koiki Media, a Yoruba man, is not Igbo, is not Hausa, pure Yoruba man, and is not a Fulani name. Thank you so much. And if you're asking which side of Yoruba land, Ijebu Ode in Ogun State, and that is where it's all started for me today. Thank you so much once again. I got to go now. I will play our anthem to close the broadcast. To my beautiful mother, thank you so much for the advice, for being there. And to my family, thank you so much. If I haven't mentioned your name, please don't be angry with me. It's just that, we pick the name. Those of you on the Twitter, on the TikTok, next time I'll move you closer so that I can mention your names, because I can't say it too far away from me. Maybe next time you'll be the one right in front of me. And on that note, Eunice Uchichi, God bless the Biafra, God bless the Ambazonia, God bless the Yoruba, God bless Babakintoye, God bless Chibanja Iloge, God bless Dr. Chief Sunday Igboho, and all the lovers of freedom. And I pray that we find Daddy Yati. Daddy Yati got lost in Nigeria in the last 3 years. I just hope he's still alive and he hasn't been killed. That is the Nigeria that some of you are trying to protect. Put that wrong. Good night, everyone. Bye for now. Dennis, thank you so much. Put that wrong, Ryan Lamasu.